burning it, I'm burning it. Burning it, football. This is NFL Straya. I'm your co-host, James Clements. I'm a guy here in the studio. Still feeling pretty good, top of the division. Just sort of cruising along at this point. Everything is almost gravy from here on out. Just want to make the playoffs. But on the other side of this here screen, it's a bloke who's already had all of his SHEDEUR t-shirts printed up, made, worn. He's all over it. And then his Eagles, just out there, just going, I don't know, feeling pretty good, back-to-back. Here's back-to-back Gaz, that's what they call him. And sometimes singing a band called The Ramshackle Army. He's my mate, he's your mate. It's back-to-back Gaz. Gaz, what's going on?
What's an offense, Jim? Don't fucking need one. No.
Not in today's NFL.
No, when you got Big Fangio.
Nice. This is our Week 11 wrap. This was a very, very odd week. And I'll tell you what, right off the bat, it is awesome with the 5 a.m. starts when your team is not playing in that 5 a.m. bracket, as both of our teams experienced this week. So that's kind of nice. We'll talk about that in a second. Anyway, we've got all the news. We've got our Week 11 wrap. We've got some yeah nahs, which is literally just the contender or nah. Yeah nahs, right?
Yep.
So I just need to fix this and get it all sorted out of my brain. And I've brought it to my good friend Gaz, you see.
Oh.
We'll do the weekly awards, all that sort of stuff as well. There's a couple of good ones too this week. And then in Thursday's show, we'll have the Week 12 preview, which will be pretty good too. So that's it. All in one very, very silly NFL Straya package. So without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 143 of NFL Straya. Let's go! I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I? Oh my God! What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my God! What? Run away! Run away! Run away! What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I? Oh, g'day. This is SHEDEUR Sanders, and you're listening to NFL Straya. All right, guys. What a week it was. Week 11, aka week of the backup QB. You know, I think everybody's backup basically was either, starting, is about to start, came in, didn't really matter. Absolute chaos across the board. Aaron Rodgers got a hand injury, so in comes Mason Rudolph. You've got Penix going out with a knee injury. In comes, you like that, Kirk Cousins. And my response was, no, Kirk, I did not like that because, wow, did you cost me money and suck. Dylan Gabriel goes out, so there we have the aforementioned SHEDEUR Sanders make his NFL debut. Against all odds, he threw that 3rd and 10 and got the first down, Gaz. Against all odds. It was a 2-yard pass, and Jerry Jeudy did the rest. Anyway, Trey Lance came in for my beloved Juzzy Herbs. Davis Mills is obviously out there crushing it in place of CJ Stroud. Justin Fields got benched. So that's time. So
You're missing what you asked. You got what you asked for, Jim. You got a bit of Jameis time.
I absolutely love that Jameis is now the starting QB for the New York Footballing Giants, because that just put, I don't know, like joy in my heart watching football again. It is just, nothing's better than watching Jameis just open himself to the cosmos, get sacked, but also like just throw some insane balls that, to be honest, a couple of them were absolute peaches. The rest of it was a bit of a mess. Giants probably should have won that game. What are we doing? But backup QBs as far as the eye can see. The big problem is with some of those injuries. So Michael Penix is expected to miss the rest of the season. That feels like it's Atlanta cooked. I mean, they are cooked, but still. You've got, I think SHEDEUR Sanders' home got broken into while he was playing, which is, I don't know what is going on in the States, but this is like a rash of things that has happened across multiple sports now as well, which just seems insane. But otherwise, we also had a bit of a spitting incident. Jamar Chase has been suspended for a game.
I didn't do it, Jim. I didn't do it. Oh, wait, there's footage of me doing it.
He does understand that this camera is literally on every square inch of the football field. Jamar Chase. No one said he's smart, but anyway, he's fast. One of the Jets' cornerbacks got shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out. So, having lived in New York, where it all happened, I'm like, where is that? It's just like, yeah. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Just in Manhattan, it's just like a fancy restaurant, and he got shot. So,
Yeah.
anyway, was it 2 a.m. on the Sunday after their game? So pretty nuts. Chris Boyd, but otherwise, like a couple of those injuries, as I mentioned, like Penix being out for the season is pretty big. You know, you've also got Brock Purdy came back, so that's at least some good QB news. And you've got basically like Dylan Gabriel being in the concussion protocol. You've got Rodgers. It's his left hand that's got a slight break. I don't know how you can slightly break something. Like it's broken or it's not, right?
It's a little bit pregnant.
It's It's LeBron James is, I pretty much broke my hand kind of vibe. It's like, did ya? Like, what are you talking about? And then, I don't know. The other one that really sort of is a kick in the guts for anyone who's out there as a poor Atlanta Falcons fan. Drake London also like banged his knee up. We don't know what's going to happen with Drake London. He's sort of like this.
He's at least missing this week, yeah.
Yeah, so you're having this moment of like, oh, God. So I'll tell you what, Supercoach and Fantasy this week is going to be absolutely bonkers. So we'll figure that all out. Otherwise, any other news we want to dig into? It was like a kind of like backup QBs coming out the wazoo, but the games themselves, some of them were awesome. I think there was one point in the early slate, right? I think there was like 7 games. 6 of them were within like a score or at least single digits coming down to the wire.
Was it something ridiculous like on the like 5 most games decided on the last drive for some ridiculous period of time? I think it was 5 in the early and late slate. The first 2 sessions on Saturday were all decided. And yeah, there you go. Nice. The coaches, the umps covered themselves in glory again, Jim.
I mean,
I follow the sports troll and I follow those Barstool Sports and all these sort of things, and you can guarantee that there's at least 4 headlines a week. But like, Jim, NFL fans are claiming that X game is rigged because the umps made this call. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, settle down.
Letting Americans bet legally might have been one of the biggest mistakes we've ever had. Because I think I've said this time and time again on the NBA show. Americans aren't exactly known for their chill. Right? And self-control for a lot of them can be a bit of a thing as well. And you sort of combine that with money. Like, you think about just the dummies out there in Australia and the UK who have been brought up for, like, you know, the abuse on social media, etc., to athletes after, like, losing a bet, which is just some of the dumbest, mouth-breathiest stuff you could ever possibly imagine. And then have that in America, right?
Oh, they had that I can't remember the kicker that they were interviewing a few weeks ago, and he's like, I effectively get death threats every second week because I've either missed a kick or I've cost them money by making the kick, or, you know, something that happens. Yeah.
Chaos. Anyway. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, the betting ones are pretty. It's just such an easy go-to now for everybody. Like, all right, yeah, I get it. Hey, let's wrap up some games. Game wraps from week 11. One of the sort of more, like, this was meant to be rivalry round, so you've got a lot of really, really good matchups, a lot of divisional games, which is really, really good. Obviously sort of contributed to a lot of the sort of close games. One of them was not the Pats and the Jets on Friday morning. I enjoyed this very spectacular-y kind of performance by Trevion Henderson. Otherwise, just solid by the Pats, taking care of the Jets. You could just, like, watch... Like, there was a couple of, to be honest, the fact that Justin Fields was trying to throw on the Pats and was almost succeeding. Like, if Mitchell hadn't dropped a couple of just kind of easy-ish... I don't know, I'm not out there anymore. But some big passes, right, that you'd sort of go, well, you could catch that. If you can touch it, you can catch it, as one of my go-tos to the relentless annoyance of my 6-year-old son. The older squid's like, Dad, shut up. It's not true. It's like, well, you can't catch it if you can't touch it. I'm just anyway. That's full dad stuff. But they sort of just took care of the Jets, and Fields ran some more, and you're just waiting literally for the Patriots, the one defensive play.
Yep.
That'll just turn it, and it happened, and you're like, we're fine. It's going to be all right. And we were. Like, Henderson was really good again. It was just a sort of solid game. May was fine. I expected a bit more. Like, the Jets' passing defense, like, all their defensive metrics, you kind of like, it's a bit strange because you got the pre-trade deadline and the post-trade deadline stuff, and they've won a game post-trade deadline, and that's kind of it, right? So, anyway, good win. Screw it. 27-14. I don't apologize for wins, like, ever, especially over the Jets. Juzzy Fields, 116 yards, 15 and 26. Drake May had 281 yards, 1 touchdown, and it was kind of like, yeah, it was fine. All good. Henderson was the absolute gun. He was the only one who scored all the touchdowns. So, anyway, we then go to España. First game in Spain. Pretty cool. Yeah. And then the fact that it was Washington, Miami. Not as cool.
Not as good.
16-13. I watched this in the, as I tend to do now, right? Like the sort of, actually, no, I did this after the afternoon game. So our primetime game. So I watched this after Detroit, Philly. And it was just like, I don't really need to do this, do I? So punch through like the 40-minute breakdown one. And that was fine. And you're like, this is good. Devin A-Chain, really good. That's about all you're getting out of this. Miami went at 16-13. Washington just stink. Like, pack her up, boys. You're done. But that's actually, to be honest, I'll pay that. It's a good loss if you're Washington, right? You don't want to win now.
You need a rebuild. We've always talked about the pitching hard at free agency over the last couple of years to build up around Daniels. And now once that's passed for this year, like, go into the rebuild. Go, like, Mariota's not going to do it. You got what, a squeeze in the last year or so out of Ertz, that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, you need to go back to that. And what, it's six losses in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 straight. They're 3-8.
Yeah.
The problem is you got to tank even a little bit harder than some of these other dummy teams out there. And to be honest, I think Washington can do it.
Yep.
I believe in them. But it's also the cool thing when you're in the commander's position where you're like, look, Jaden Daniels is good. I think we've got our QB. It's going to be all right. Now we can sort of just do some other shit if we have like a half decent pick next year in the top 5, right? That's kind of all we want to go into. The problem is with the Titans, the Browns, the Jets, the Raiders, the Saints, the Giants. Like, suddenly you might be like top 9. Even if you lose out, who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, Miami, look, again, they've got a sneakily okay schedule. Like, they're not dead. They're 4-7, but they feel like they've been dead for months. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I think they're the stats of the other day that are like, after the first 4 games of the shit show that was, like, their defense has been half decent.
Yep.
And I think they've just committed to Tua for next year. Was that the news today? They've committed to Tua for next year because they want Big Mike back, and these two are intertwined.
Yeah. That was, I think, so they were in Spain, and because they won the game, I think, so Stephen Ross, the owner, was like, yeah, these are our guys. And everyone's like, are they?
It's a bit early.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to make any decisions now. Like, you don't. What are you doing? Hey, Carolina beat Atlanta. Fuck, Jesus. I hate the Falcons so much. 30-27. I hate him so much. Like, Bijan was doing everything for the Falcons. They were kicking their ass, and I'm like, Carolina don't look bad. And then, boom, Penix is out, Kirk Cousins in, and I'm like, oh, geez. And Carolina just got a wind in their sails and fucking steamrolled them from there. Like, it was crazy as it was happening. And Atlanta just did some of the dumbest shit you'll ever see. I'm like, oh, no, just keep giving it to Bijan. Like, what are you doing? And, yeah. So they lose.
They've like won the last 2 or 3 off seasons. Them and the Bears, right? You're just like, oh, this is going to be the one. They were like a game away last year from the Bucks, and the Bucks are going through a bunch of injuries. This is going to be, oh, they found their guy in Penix last year. They found their guy in Penix. Great move with Kirk Cousins. They knew he wasn't going to come. It's going to be their year. They're going to be fucking in the playoffs. Here we go. They're sitting 4 games under 500, and fucking Panthers are above 500. We made it, obviously. No. Last week in our tips, we're like, no. The Falcons have got this covered, right? That they're going to show up who the Panthers are, and it's going to be fine. No, the Falcons are a mess.
I hate them. I hate them so much. I was just so angry watching that. The second half of that game, because they're up 21-10 at the half, and I'm like, I had Atlanta. I'm feeling okay about this. They're at home. This should be... No, God, it's not fine. Their second half play-by-play is just astounding. It's like, fumble, 0 plays, 0 yards, 3 seconds. And you're like, yeah, I remember that. Punt, field goal. Like, they were up still, 24-19 with that first field goal. The Panthers score that next touchdown. Atlanta scrambling to kick the next field goal to get its overtime, and then 3 and out. Bang, game over. It's brutal. They stink. Blow it out their ass. Flip side, Panthers alive. Feisty.
Weird.
Alive. It's crazy. Like to the point where the Bucks got their ass so just brutally kicked this week that you're like, hang on a minute. Are the Panthers going to catch them? Like, what are we doing? Is this actually going to happen? 6-5 versus 6-4. Just saying. Speaking of which, Tampa Bay, 32, Buffalo 44. Jim, that's not an ass kicking. It was for a quarter and a half at the end when it mattered.
Yeah.
I don't
know what the fuck happened. I was like
chaos.
jumping between. I think this is early slate, so it was red zone, and I'm jumping through the. As you said, it was perfect. I woke up. Jim, I couldn't sleep, so I got up at like 3. And I watched a big chunk of the second half of the this Bunyard game, and I jumped. I'm just gonna doze. I'm just gonna doze through the early slate, and I did, and it was like, oh, this is fucking close. I should watch a bit more of this Bucks Bills game, and then all of a sudden I had to close my eyes for 20 minutes and woke up and Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things, and they're kicking the shit out of him.
It was wild. The one thing I actually forgot to mention with this Spaniard, I didn't write in my notes, was the grass. Amazing. And also, it's real grass, and it just lives there. Because they have a greenhouse underneath the pitch, and they like fucking full-blown transformers. Like it drops underneath, and like it keeps it. It's for all the shit that American stadiums cost, which is quadrillions of fucking dollars. Oh, it's good for the city, is it? All right. How about you just but you're using fake grass that tears knees and fucking like if you're MetLife Stadium, it's like, well, we've gotten 7 Achilles this year. This is great. It's like, give us grass. Like if it can be done in fucking Spain, you can't do it in America. What are you doing, idiots? Anyway, but
and they sleep half the day.
Exactly. It's like rolling out in a siesta in the afternoon. Fucking rocks. I love it so much over there. I'm just like, this is my vibe. Let's fucking stay here. Yes, mate. Anyway, it was Tampa Bay led halfway through the third quarter of this game. It was 26-24. And then they did not lead anymore. And then even in the fourth quarter, they scored the touchdown. They led again, 32-31. And then they did not lead again because Buffalo just went whack, 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 and fucking torched them. There's this 8-play, 81-yard drive straight after they just took the lead. Never relinquished it. Another 8-play, 85-yard drive, bang, and then you turn around, it's 44-32. Josh Allen is a psycho and had 6 touchdowns. So pour one out for anyone who was playing against him in fantasy, basically.
Yeah, me.
Baker looks hurt. Kind of like, it's fine at times, and he's sort of scrambling for a bit. You're like, oh, it's kind of Baker, but just something feels off. And we've seen this before with Baker. You know, he looks okay. He looks awesome.
Trying to play through it.
Gets dinged up, and you're just like, something just feels a bit shonky. But at the same time, the shonkiness might not be having, Mike Evans, Godwin, and all of your usual dudes all the time. You're throwing to Tez Johnson and rookie Eric Bucher, as good as he is. But anyway, Bucks, tough loss. Good one for the Bills. They're 7-3. What do we got now? a horrible Houston-Tennessee game, 16-13. God, this was a slog. Mills Mafia steps up, though. They get the win. So we had two pretty interesting ones this week where the QB is just spamming the same play over and over and over. It's like it's Madden. And this was Davis Mills just spamming Nico Collins. The other one was Brock Purdy spamming George Kittle. I'm like, this is fucking great. And also Jacoby Brissett, like probably like him spamming Trey McBride too. So here for it. But this one was it was there to be lost by Houston.
Oh, fucking, wow. To be fair, I chipped into this one in the third quarter when it was 6-zip Tennessee up. And I'm like, if they can't do anything on offense, don't tell me Tennessee's going to pull this off. Right? And then Mills Mafia just kicked in just enough.
And never underestimate Mike McCoy's ability to wear a visor and lose a game. That's what he does, and he's all out of visors. Davis Mills. So what? Nico Collins had 10 targets, 9 receptions, 92 yards and a touchdown, and just fucking every time you looked up, he's just carving them up. It was awesome. Cam Ward sort of just, I don't know, a couple of weird sacks. They're sort of classic Cam Ward stuff, but there's like enough there sometimes. You're like, that was a good throw. I don't think he's bad. I think he just has a shit team.
Yeah.
He also had the usual sort of Cam Ward fumble, which they, of course, lost. So, yeah, that'll do. Anyway, good job for Houston. Still alive, 5-5.
And did Calvin Ridley break his leg in this game?
I don't know. I didn't see what the result was.
Broke his fibula?
Jesus.
I may be making that up.
Yeah, for the season, broken fibula. That's what it was.
There you go. Look at me. I'm remembering shit.
I remember seeing that pop up. It's like, geez, what happened to him? And then seeing that and then never writing it down. So,
No, there you go, Jim.
tells you how much I give a shit about the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Tennessee rocks. I mean, anyway. Hey, Green Bay, Minnesota. Not Green Bay, Minnesota. Chicago, Minnesota was awesome. 19-17. When I say awesome, I mean shit, but awesome, right? Because it was shit, but it was awesome. Because it was a rock fight. And J.J. McCarthy sucked. Caleb Williams did some fucking crazy shit, as he tends to do now. And they pulled this one completely out of their ass again. But actually won this game. Because you might remember at the start of the year, J.J. McCarthy pulled it out of his ass. And the Vikings beat the Bears.
Heart attack kids. Heart attack Bears, I think they're calling them, Jim.
Sure. Awesome. I love them.
Okay.
I love this Bears team. They're 7-3. It's psycho. I think our man Josh, resident Bears fan, posted the 7-3 memes.
Yeah,
I think there's like eight of them at this point. Like the John Daly classic 7-3. Your 7-3 is very different to my 7-3.
Yep.
But it rocked. Like the game was sick to the point where Minnesota came flying back, and you're like, oh my god, Chicago are gonna fucking cook this. But they have the game went up, field goal at the end, and I mean, as it went through, you're like, thanks, Cairo Santos. Like. Could have got pretty squirrely there. But the touchdown that JJ had at the end to take the lead to like Jordan, like that entire drive, that went to Jordan Addison, I think. But the drive was just awesome. And you're like, just do this all the time without all the other shit. What are you doing all the other times? So he and Bo Nix, I don't know what the fuck goes on.
I was about to bring Bo Nix up. Yeah.
But that's a huge win for Chicago because like they're 7-3. They've still got a pretty tough schedule. But
crazy.
You take a couple more wins and they're actually feasibly in the playoffs, right? Like
particularly if the Packers and Lions keep doing what they're doing.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Minnesota, 4-6. Eggs, basket, rookie QB, bit weird.
Yep.
Green Bay.
Oh, and a frustrated JJ and not the quarterback.
I'm going to talk about him again later. So,
yep.
Green Bay 27, Giants 20. Jameis. I'm going to be out here eating Jameis wins sometimes, right? Like, please just give me some wins, Jameis. I just, like, Jackson Dart, I think that was a pretty bad concussion. I think we need one more Jameis start, surely.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, man. This game was psycho. It was so much.
It's a lot closer than a lot of Green Bay fans would have liked.
There's another injury I didn't mention at the top. Josh Jacobs leaves halfway through this as well.
That's right.
Like it felt like the Green Bay offense just fell apart again. And like it's just so weird how often that happens because the defense was the thing that kept them in this game. The Giants were just trying to run at them. And then just like, all right, hey, Jameis, long bomb. And he's like, you got it, boss. You're like, fuck yes, go, Jameis. And Jordan Love, like, is he good?
I don't know. I mean, they had this thing a couple of years ago, right? He comes out with a few plays and you're like a few passes, and you're just like, oh, that's fucking pretty. And he'll lead a drive, like a perfect drive down the field, spreading the ball around along, Dobbs and Watson, and fucking just not golden, because why would you use your first round draft pick? But like just spreading the ball around, and you're like, oh fuck, this guy's and then just go missing for drives at a time. But you don't fucking know. 6-3, but they haven't really planned down to their composition. Yeah.
The Savion Williams, was it 3rd and 10 or whatever the fuck it was? Like, basically won them the game. And like, it felt like Matthew Golden went off hurt at some point as well. And you're like, is Christian Watson the only dude you've got left? Like, Romeo Dobbs hit the deck pretty hard as well. You're like, geez, that's him done for a month. It was crazy, but I don't know. Green Bay just leave me befuddled and bemused. Like, not amused, bemused. I'm just like, what's going on here? It's a bit janky. And it was interesting, like, Matt LaFleur, suddenly there's, like, rumblings about him last week. I don't think we really hit on it last week's show, but it's just, I think he's a good coach, but there's just something always missing from that team. I don't know if it's Jordan Love's fault. I don't know if it's LaFleur's fault. I don't know. But it feels like he's pressured a lot. They lose Tucker Kraft. Josh Jacobs goes out. And they're just kind of a bit janky. Yeah. Anyway. Pittsburgh 34, Cincinnati 12. Cincinnati suck. Analysis done. I mean, just a bin fire. Like, you've got the chase fight. Like, they were still kind of in this game at one point as well. And Pittsburgh, like, just finally turned it on and run away with it. And, like, Rodgers goes out. You've got Mason Rudolph in. And he was perfectly serviceable, right? Like, through the touchdown, was basically had the same stats, I think, as Rodgers for the game. Whereas Cincy, it's like, just... Remember that bit where you just went, well, throw the ball to fucking Jamar Chase 1,000,000 times. That'll be good. They just don't do it. And for a lot of the times, it's because, like, when they turn it over, that's basically 2 touchdowns they're down because their defense didn't stop the last touchdown, and now they're fucking just always playing catch-up.
Well, they still targeted him 10 times.
Yeah.
And he had 3 receptions for 30 yards.
It felt there was absolutely zero separation, I think, in this game. Like, watching it as well, like, Higgins had sort of, it'd be like a cut across the field at some point, and he's like, ooh, give me a post. Oh, yeah, he's dropped that. And it felt like Chase has just got like 2 dudes draped on him the rest of the time, and they didn't give a fuck about Chase Brown, and who had like 99 yards, but like it was still just like, okay, break one, go hard, get us in. No, okay, cool, it's been stopped again. Whereas Pittsburgh's defense was just solid and obviously held Cincinnati to 12 points.
Yeah, and Kenny G has had that one game that he has every year where he's like out of the backfield, put up 80 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving. Like, you're like, what the fuck was that? All right, sure.
But anyway, Pittsburgh 6-4, sure. Don't know. Talk about them again in a second. Chargers got absolutely rolled by Jacksonville in Florida, 35-6. This game was brutal. They out-Harboured Harbaugh. Like, they really Jim Harboured. Like, they out-muscled them. They out-toughed them. They ran it fucking right down their throat, Gaz. Like, Etienne and, Bashal Tootin just went, fucking check this out. Kadoosh. Non-stop. Like, Trevor Lawrence was fine. And he had like, a couple of fucking big dummy Trevor Lawrence moments, but the Chargers could not make him pay because Jazzy Herbs was under siege the entire time because their O-line is fucking horrendous. They couldn't run it. And the Jags just looked like fucking Jekyll and Hyde teams. Like, there's your Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, that's chaos. How they can look like dog shit one week and then look like this the next. Crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely wild. But the defense of the Chargers, which is what had been leading the way while all these injuries, just didn't really seem to do much.
Yeah. It's like they lost faith. They're just like watching the offense just pop gun and just get fucking pancaked. And you're like, oh, we're cooked, mate. Yeah, I think it was also like their 3rd trip east in like 4 or 5 weeks, and you're like, it's probably a bit of a drag. Anyway, should have thought about that when we picked the Chargers. 19, Rams 21. Darnold was so bad, and Seattle still nearly won. 4 interceptions, Gaz. 4. He turned back into the pumpkin. We can't is this a big spot? Look at Sam Darnold shit down his leg. Oh my.
Yeah.
He did it last year for the Vikings, but the defense for Seattle finally woke up. Like, it took them a while, but they sort of got there. Like, the Rams looked awesome early, and you're like, shit. They're going to blow them out. Like, I've picked Seattle. I'm like, fucking, oh, God. And it took literally a Jason Myers missed field goal at the very end. Was it 62? 60?
Something like that. Yeah.
And you're like...
That was closer than it fucking should have been.
I think he kicked it, and they called a timeout. Like... And he sort of got the kick through the first time and then missed it the second time, which is just fucking nuts. So Seattle sort of missed a trick here. It feels like they could have stolen a game that they definitely shouldn't have won. But once they finally woke up, it looked kind of fun. But Darnold being intercepted. Like 3 of the interceptions were his fault. One of them probably wasn't. But the Rams, like Stafford, I think is still the MVP favorite at this point. And you can kind of see why. Like they're just a well-oiled machine. Puka and Devontae Adams, even though Devontae Adams is like carrying an injury, still just like fucking dominates.
And what he had his 1,000th reception, 1,000th career reception.
Can play a bit.
Yeah,
you have him on your fantasy team. Anyway, but this is like I think this is awesome because I think these might be the two. Like with all due respect to your beloved Eagles, like I think these might be the 2 most dangerous.
Well, this is what they were talking about. This was the game of the year so far, Jim, because it was the top 5 scoring offense, the top 5 scoring defense on both sides of the fucking ball, whatever. Fucking, I don't know. But yeah.
Pick too. They were just like banging on about that too. The game of the year. It's like, all right, shit, sure.
Settle down. But before you move on, I'm just about checking that you're all right, because at no point so far have you mentioned the Rams uniform busting out the midnight.
So. I like them. I don't like that they use them against Seattle because I spent the entire time going, which fucking team is that? Right? Because Seattle have like these dark green sort of dark. They'll actually break out the black jerseys every so often as well, right? So I'm just sort of sitting going, that looks like the fucking Seahawks. Don't do that. Give me another team where it's like when they're playing the Niners, and like the Niners also have like a fucking black alternate now because of course fucking everyone's got every fucking jersey. Yeah. But that looks sick. It just annoyed me more. That it was against the Seahawks. I mean, even but the cool jerseys, I hate fucking grey as a jersey, which is ironic. You're looking behind me, I've got like a Spurs jersey up there from Paddy Mills. But grey for a court, a logo, a jersey is fucking cowardice. Unless it was that sick fucking Pats jersey on Friday. It was fingers emoji. Like the nor'easter or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It was fucking spesh. I was pretty happy with that.
There you go.
I got to cop one of those, I reckon. Niners 41, Arizona 22. This game is stupid. Like absurd. They scored like within no time, right? So because they had the 98-yard punt return without the touchdown.
Yeah.
Sorry, kickoff return. And literally McCaffrey punches in the next play. So it was like 7-0 in 3 seconds.
Yep.
Which was chaos, obviously. Very fun. But also Jacoby Brissett broke the completions record.
47. It's a pretty good completion rate. 47 of 57.
Yeah.
But 452 yards, 47 completions, ridiculous.
It was awesome. And it makes sense because he was playing from behind the entire game. As I said, the Niners just spammed
Purdy came back,
McCaffrey rush it, Kittle catch it. McCaffrey rush it, Kittle catch it. And they look good. Because they get that little bit healthier, they get Purdy back, and look out. The defense is still so sketchy. I mean, they gave up 47 completions to Jacoby Brissett, so I'm not wildly confident about their prospects. But good game to win in Arizona. Arizona this team is like, what do we do? Like, what do you do? Kyler Murray is done, and do you move on? Do you move on from him? Do you try to find it? It's just gross. Anyway, sorry, Cardinals fans, all 3 of you. Ravens 23, Cleveland 16. SHEDEUR time. Wow, was he not good?
But Jim, it was like they were leading at the half, and we're like, that, with the stick emoji, like, do something.
Do something.
Ravens, Baltimore, do something. You're fucking losing to the fucking Browns here. This is not great.
Because Myles Garrett absolutely fucking destroyed them again. He is just causing all sorts of havoc. And like you've got Denzel Ward and stuff also just like causing fucking havoc on the outside. Was it 5 QB hits, 4 sacks for Myles Garrett? Just unfair. And Lamar looked just a little bit off as well. They win this because they have like the weird fake tush push from Mark Andrews. His first rushing touchdown ever, which is amazing. Pretty fun. Like Derrick Henry, it was fine. Like 103 yards, and like they were sort of doing enough, but they just never looked in sync. And I think this is like my big problem with the Ravens. Like they just feel really disjointed all the time. And like we know that John Harbaugh is like a good coach, right? He's a good coach. Like shouldn't his teams look better a lot more of the time? Like Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, I get it, but that's kind of like a lot of your offensive weapons. But I feel like they just should be still a bit better. But they do get the win because the Browns, like, if they had have had even vaguely competent QB play, it felt like they could have almost held on because the defense did so much.
Yeah.
Because Lamar had 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns thrown, looked really sort of just off his feed. And SHEDEUR went 4 of 16 with 1 interception and 2 pairs of pants shit, I think.
Yeah.
Unofficial stat, but
one house broken into.
Yeah, big NFL Straya stat, that one. And the house is just, I mean, I'm sure he's got insurance. I wonder what they did to his draft room. Do you reckon they got in there? You'd have to take a photo, wouldn't you? Like, even though it's evidence and that's the dumbest thing you could do.
Always do something. Yeah.
Still, you'd have to. I mean, I would, as a career
criminal.
Anyway, Cleveland, that was horrible. 2-8. Ravens now 5-5. Flying out of nowhere.
Yeah. But like, just as we all, not sarcastically, just as we all predicted.
We all said
it's one stumble from the fucking Steelers now, and it's good night, nurse.
4 straight wins, because of course it is. Ravens. Then we had KC Denver, which was, oh boy.
That rivalry's well and truly alight for the next few seasons, Jim.
This was fun. 22-19. Bo Nix and the Broncos beat KC. Obviously, the big stat that's been floating around is they were 11-0 in one-score games last year. Where Kansas City, they are currently 0-5 this year. That is a return to the median, basically. But Mahomes just wasn't good, right?
No.
It was just kind of like the interception that he threw he threw another one that came back, and it was just a fucking shocking throw. We're like, what the fuck was that? And his actual other interception was the same. And you're like, what the has Brittany been spending too much time with Taylor? Like, what is something's going on? Like, he looked old and he's like 30. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
He looked like this at times all this year. I don't know what the fuck it is. So 276 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jim, you beat too harsh. But watching that, you're like, what is Denver's defense?
Not the same guy.
We get it. There's like a lot of shipping, tipped and fucking all sorts of havoc being caused. But yeah, they just look not very good. Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice. Yes, you can't run the ball. I get that. But at the same time, you had a trade deadline. You can do some shit about that. It's like you've got the one big Tyquan Thornton completion every game.
Yeah.
And it just feels like they can never really take massive advantages of these games at all. Like they're now 5-5 and they've lost to Chargers. So that's another division loss. They've now lost to the Broncos, a division loss. Lost to the Jags, which is still fucking amazing, isn't it? They lost to your guys back too as well, right? So the Bills lost a couple of weeks ago. Still stings, but they're 5-5. So we'll talk about this in a second in Nars, but should you be afraid?
If you're a Chiefs fan?
Or if you're a team playing against the Chiefs, if they make the playoffs?
Well, I think you have to, just history dictates. But right now, on current performance, you're not, right?
All right.
We just all assumed that they were going to get healthy and that's where the fear was going to come from. But there's worse teams in the AFC right now.
Denver were good enough, right? Bo Nix did enough, didn't screw up too much.
Yeah.
The defense sort of did the rest of the job.
Yep.
And I kind of loved it. I was like watching this guy, fucking yes, Denver, get him. This is great. I'd pick KC. I had money on them as well. I'm like, I don't care at this point. This is radical. Go Denver. So,
yeah. And then, of course, there's the Will Lutz, right? Got to give it to Will Lutz, who, if you remember, one of the one-score games that went the other way was a blocked field goal.
That's right.
From Will Lutz. So it's always the, oh, fuck, what's going through his mind? The PTSD, the little PTSD Vietnam fucking Chihuahua meme. Like,
it was the same.
Will Lutz.
Well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the same. What they didn't do this time was move it to the right hash mark, I think. They just went, fucking, just kick the fucking thing, dude. And which was good. So that's one thing we actually haven't hit on in any of these. It was windy as fuck. In America this week.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. But like the East Coast was just fucking a mess and it was all sorts of chaos. So yeah, you sort of saw it. Anyway, last two games, Detroit 9, Philly 16. This game was fucking horrible.
It was, I enjoyed it, Jim. Even, except for, like, obviously there was a few fucking weird things with calls and both plays and umps, and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? But it started before the game as where you were talking about the wind and them practicing the kicks and it just like going at right angles whenever they tried to kick from 50, and you're like, oh, that's going to affect people. But I think the over-under was 47 for this game, and I'm like, oh, I watched our defense last week. Like, this is going to be the under. I didn't expect it to be this true, Jim. Not much to talk about on our offense. It's still sputtering away. Jalen Hurts, sure, like they went and forced the ball to AJ 11 times for 7 receptions, but did it have that much impact? Saquon did a little bit. We lost Lane Johnson to injury. He's now on IR. We lost Cam Jurgens again, so the whole offense was sputtering. On their offense, like Jared Goff wasn't fucking great. He was seeing shadows all fucking game. Jahmyr Gibbs was fucking awesome, as always. And Jameson Williams had that one big play, but the storyline is definitely fucking Eagles defense. The fact that in 2 weeks they've kept both the Packers and the Lions to single digits. They had 5 batted down passes at the line, Jim. First play, first drive of the game off Jalen Carter, straight into Cooper DeJean's arms. And the rest of it was Jalen Phillips getting to the quarterback, breaking down in the middle, Nolan Smith back, and good coverage. Like, all of a sudden, this with a couple of extra pieces at the trade deadline, Vic Fangio's defense is looking fucking scary. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, what do we need an offense for? The other big stat of the game was obviously 0 of 5 on 4th down, Jim.
It's the one stat that I've got just written down. It's like Lions 4th downs. Just that,
dude.
Basically.
0 of 5. I think they were like 1 of 12 or 1 of 13 on 3rd down, and 0 of 5 on 4th down, which was crazy. Like, they just didn't want to punt, and they went for it every time. And I don't know, this defensive line that everyone could run on in the first 6 weeks. You saw Scatterbo just make everyone look fucking weak. And then all of a sudden, they look staunch as fuck, right? So, mate, I don't know. We're 8-2. The Lions are now dropping. I mean, it's a couple of shit games from the Bears, and they're back into this. But all of a sudden, they're 3rd in the division. Time to be concerned. Don't know. Few injuries in the secondary for the Lions, which was weird that the Eagles couldn't take advantage of that. But yeah, they showed that offense has got some concerns if played right.
So the biggest thing for me watching Detroit was like, hey, all right, so here's our 4th down play. What we're going to do is run Gibbs or Montgomery up the middle again. You're like, what the fuck is happening? Like, and then when they were doing it with Gibbs, you're like, how about you go to Montgomery? And then they do, and you're like, oh, yeah, probably not. But Dan Campbell, it's like, I don't know. It feels like this offense, all the shit that actually works was just basically Gibbs just doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like
Outrunning everyone, really.
Just like being quicker than dudes. And you're like, that's your, and like the big JMO bomb. Like Amon Ra didn't do shit, it felt like, and it just sort of stymied everything else. Detroit, the biggest thing was, I think, heading into this game, I should have like put much more credence in remembering Jared Goff outside. In wind, no fucking chance. What are we doing here? So
yeah,
remember that next time. Bash myself over the head with it. Dallas 33, Vegas 16. That was today. That was a laugher.
I tried to watch it, Jim. I watched a bit of the second quarter, and then it just fucking Genty had 7 yards on 6 carries, Jim.
Just sad.
Like, you've just invested a very, very high fucking draft pick on a generational running back, and he's got 7 yards against a defense that right up until the trade deadline, till they picked up some pretty decent defensive tackles in Quinion Williams. Everyone could run on. So, what the fuck, you know? So anyway,
the stat there is obviously that Genty gets hit quicker than anybody in the NFL.
Yep.
Because that O-line is shit house. There's absolutely zero protection.
That safety was like, he was just absolutely swamped in the end zone, right?
So bad for him when he got that safety called against him. It's like, dude, that is... Like, what is he meant to do at some point? It's like, yeah, you probably tried it. Like, there's like a slight hesitation, and he's dead. And you're like, that gotcha. I don't know why they were trying to run it out of there. I don't know why not just trying to fucking move it a little bit further. It was horrible. The Raiders are just shit house. And like, everyone's like, oh, Pete Carroll, yeah, he's going to come in and set the jet. It's like, nah, I think Pete Carroll might be a bit cooked, but also that team is just shit. So here we are. The coolest thing is the Pats lost to them. So remember that.
Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, though. I mean, all of a sudden the Eagles game is a bit spicier this week because they've had some reinforcements come in at defensive tackle. Deron Bland is back, had a decent game after being, burnt to a crisp, recently in this year. Hooker's back playing. Like, they've actually got some people back in on that defensive line and in the secondary. And maybe this defense is going to step up a bit for the Cowboys. And the offense has never been their question. Like, some of those plays that George Pickens just refused to go down today. Like, you were like, he's going to get tackled. Like, 4 times in a play. He would just keep going up. I think it was that 37-yarder that you would like. There was like the tacklers gave up and just assumed that he was going down. He was like, nope, not yet. CD Lamb just overtook. Oh my God, who did they overtake? He's just he's third in receptions. Someone is listening to this show screaming down their TV, their YouTubes. CD Lamb is now 3rd in receptions for the Cowboys.
Nice.
Yep, there you go.
That's pretty good. So what, that'd be behind, was it Jason Witten, I think, randomly has the most for the Cowboys, and then it'd be Michael Irvin, I reckon, number 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Cool. Let's do some yeah-nahs. As I said, contenders or nah. This can be as short or as long as we want. Just contenders or nah. Philadelphia. Your Eagles, Gaz. Contenders or nah?
Yeah, I think we're contenders.
Of course they are.
Do we think we're there yet? Fuck no. But do I think we can discover, like, they've got the talent to discover that offense. Will they do it? That I don't know.
See, the point of this is, I don't think anyone's there.
No.
No one's right there. That's the best part.
No.
That's why this list is so fucking long. The Rams, yeah, nah.
Yeah, definite contenders.
Indy.
There's a bit to be seen in the second half because we know that their schedule falls off a cliff, right? It's a lot harder in the second half than it was in the first half. So we'll see how it comes out. I mean, you have to, with their record, you have to call them a contender at this stage. That could change in the next 2 weeks, though.
8-2, they now play the Chiefs in KC. They then home for the Texans, at the Jags, at the Seahawks, home for the Niners, home for the Jags.
Oof.
and then finish off at the Texans. So yeah, none of them are really that easy, right?
No, no. There's a lot of over 500 teams.
Seattle, contender.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised by how good they have been at times, and I'm like, the Seattle defense has really been the thing that just fucking really makes the difference for me, where I'm like, the offense can sort of come and go. The Darnold shit is the Darnold shit. But, like, when that defense gets cranking, they're terrifying. The Bills. Ooh, boy. Contenders or not?
Yeah, you have to say so, right? The Bills are going to be, you've got to think that they're used to playing outside, so it's not going to be a dome problem. They would obviously prefer to be home during the playoffs. Can they catch you guys? What, 2 games high now? And you guys have got the tiebreaker?
Yeah, 1.5, and we've got the tiebreaker. We're 9-2. They're
7-3.
So.
Yeah. And you got the tiebreaker, so it's making it harder unless you guys falter. But
I think it's
it's definitely
like them playing us at home in, like, I think it's after our bye, so like week 14 or something. It's a crazy setup because it'll be probably for the division.
Funny that they would have been thinking, oh my god, the Chiefs are finally shit. This is gonna be our year. Number 1 seed. Here we go. Patriots.
Patriots. Denver. Just like everybody coming back to haunt them. Lions. Contender.
Yeah. A few things in the secondary. They need to. Was exactly what we were saying last year, though, right? Like that top seed in that division is fucking huge, right? The home field advantage in the north is crazy.
Yep. Pats.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'll give it to you. Lids off, mate. Go nuts.
The lid's ajar. I think this is where the drop off almost begins. I think because Green Bay is the next one. And I feel like there's just so many questions about both those teams, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. The Packers will probably trust their defense more than just about anything. Like, we just lost Milton Williams as well, which is like a real kick in the dick because he's been fan-fucking-tastic. So I probably trust Green Bay more than I trust the Pats because...
I don't think... Apart from that week 1 when they kind of dominated the Lions, I haven't really seen much.
It's true.
But they play down to their competition, and they'll just squeak over the line, and then they've played people like us, and that offense doesn't show up.
What about the Bears? What do you reckon?
Oh, I can't call them contenders. Look, they got a lot. They got their schedule's pretty brutal coming up too.
I love that they're 7-3 and they've still got a point differential of -6.
I was about to say that before. I was looking it up. Like they are, as a point differential, they're 82 points different than fucking the third place Lions.
That's amazing. They've got
crazy.
They've still got like an Eagles game, like 2 Packers games as well. So Chicago is still more of a question mark. Steelers.
I don't think they're a contender. They're a playoff team, as they always fucking are. But I can't see them as a contender. They're getting through. We've talked about it the whole season. Like, Rodgers is doing just enough, and that defense is being staunch. But they've played games against a shitty Cincy team, a fucking an injured Ravens team. I think they played the Ravens already once this year, right? When Lamar was in, or am I making that up? But look, I just think that they'll get overrun. They'll get swamped when it comes to playoff time, and they've limped their way through.
Yeah, their offense is like the sort of like the weird one, right? Like, can they keep up with like a team that just actually finally gets going against them? They've still got 2 Ravens games to come, so I think they played last week. That's always like the big thing. Obviously, the Chiefs.
They don't feel like a contender at this point, do they?
5-5, 500, week 11, pretty crazy. Ravens
definitely feel like they could get hot at the right time, and we've been saying it for weeks. Get healthy, get hot. They get through to the playoffs, and I don't think anyone's going to feel comfortable playing them.
What about the Bucks? Are they contenders? 6-4, top of the NFC South.
They got to get real healthy real quick, I think.
Yeah, I got my queries about them. Like the fact that, so flip side of the Bills as well, like Sean Tucker was able to run all the way over them too. So they bode great for the Bucks defense. And the Niners is probably the last one. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like their year.
Yeah.
Like injuries all over the place. Nah.
All right. Cool. With all due respect to the Chargers and the Jags, come on. Who are we buying a beer this week? Nashon Wright. I love that one. The amazing interception. Because the coach of Last Chance of You.
Last Chance of You, which you played for. Yep.
John Beam. So Nashon Wright had a big sort of emotional reaction after the big interception. So that was kind of lovely to see. Get him a tin. Davis Mills and Matthew Wright just sneaking one out against Tennessee. You definitely needed that one, Matthew Wright, with the game winner. Same goes for Cairo Santos. Love just anytime a field goal, game winner is like involved, you're buying the kicker a beer. Ethan Evans. This was an amazing one. The Rams punter.
Oh,
absolutely lands it in fucking like Nowheresville and made sure that basically won them the game because that's why the Myers field goal game winner attempt was so fucking far away. Jacoby Brissett needs a beer because he'd just be cooked after passing that many times. And he just needs it. Will Lutz is obviously the other one.
Of course. Yeah. As Bloke we already mentioned, blocked field goal to lose the game last time. That last year when the Chiefs were kissed on the dick, and then this year, revenge is sweet.
Love it. And my favourite, because this is going to bridge into Flog of the Week, but Darnell Washington, buy that man a beer. He doesn't need to get any bigger, but he just trucked 1 million dudes, and it was electric. As this was happening, I'm fucking flipping out, go, oh shit, oh, he got another one, oh, he got another one, and just kept rolling through dudes like they were nothing. It was like, you remember how you see like the footage of Derrick Henry in high school and shit? It was like that. Just like people bouncing off this mother, and that's NFL defenders. It was amazing. I love that. That was so much fun. It's like, yeah, pour one out for Cincy. That's tough. Speaking of which, oh mate, no mates, is the Bengals defenders who all got fucking smoked by Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
It's such an awesome fend off that it's literally, you can hear in your brain the dude saying, sit down. Like that's all. It's like, bang, just got him. You're like, oh, you can't show your face on the bus or in the training facility for 3 days after that. That is, like, you got put back into the earth. Like, it is buried shit. It was amazing. I love him. He's like, what's his listed weight? It's like 260 or so. He's like 320, like, easy. It was wild. I loved it. So, pour one out for those poor Bengals defenders. One thing I didn't mention at the top because I was saving for this. Oh, mate, no, mates. How's George Pickens and CD Lamb? They didn't start the game, Gaz.
They were, didn't turn up on time. There's a couple of those, right? Same with Abdul Carter. No, I wasn't there. I wasn't asleep in team meetings, Jim. I was in rehab.
Yep.
For my injury.
Missed a walkthrough, and he was benched for the opening series for the Giants because he was asleep. Very good. Whereas Pickens and CD were both pinged for curfew violations in Vegas, which is pretty funny.
Yep.
Not a giant surprise. Jamar Chase, obviously, old mate, no mates, because you spat on a dude and tried to deny it and didn't realize there's cameras everywhere in an NFL game. You idiot.
So, update. He's appealing the suspension, Jim.
Yeah.
And his argument is that if I was going to spit on Jalen Ramsey, he would have spit in his face rather than on the floor or on the jersey.
Amazing. I like that.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it fucking properly. I'm going to make sure I earn it.
My last two, old mate, no mates, just sort of the real, like when they get on the team bus, you just like, everyone sort of looks at them and goes, oh yeah, that's what we're doing, is it? Sam Darnold, the 4 interceptions, that's a tough. Like, yeah, the Rams are good, but you could have easily won that game if he just wasn't as shit. And JJ McCarthy. So as you hit on at the top, wow, does Justin Jefferson hate that fucking kid?
Yep.
He fucking hates that guy. It's amazing. Like, he came over to rah-rah them up, and it's like, dude, you're the fucking reason we're in this shithole. Like, what fucking be better. Don't tell us to come over and chin up, boys. Like, I'll fucking chin up you in a second and put your chin in through the fucking top of your helmet. Jesus. Like, and Justin Jefferson is just like, not now. Fuck off. Like, it was amazing. It's like,
Yep. There's also a couple of things that well, we're an old mate, no mates. The two things that from the that Lions game worth mentioning. One is Jameson Williams scoring the touchdown and then jumping on the post and hurdling it like some sort of a koala, which is called using a prop, Jim, which cost you 15 yards. And in that wind, they missed the extra point, meaning that instead of being what would it have been then? It would have been 10. Oh fuck, 10-7. Yep. There would have only been a field goal down. They were 4 points down, which changed the whole strategy of the game. And the last one is the umpire who called the defensive pass interference on AJ Brown at the end of the game. Now, as an Eagles fan, I will say that defensive pass interference was fucking bullshit, right? And I'm okay with the fact that we would have punted, and then the way that Jared Goff was playing against that defense, he would have had to march down the entire field and score a touchdown to take it to overtime. I'm okay with that. But that fucking bullshit was like, that should never have been called. Nor should the false start have been called on the Eagles when the Lions lined up in the neutral zone and the offensive lineman starts pointing at him and gets called for a fuck. Like, some of the reffing is just fucking weird this year. It's just, it makes no sense.
And especially by week 11, usually that sort of shit has died down and we're not sort of thinking about it. But yeah, like that defensive pass interference call was like so bad that Troy Aikman is losing his shit in the booth.
Yep.
He's like, oh, not Aikman. It was
it Collinsworth, wasn't it? Yeah, so that's the worst call I've ever seen. Yeah,
that's the worst. Oh, Mike, that's the worst call I've ever seen. You're like, all right, yeah, it tracks. It was
pretty bad.
It was fuck. I was effusive in my anger. I swore a lot. Yeah, it sucked. Poor Detroit. Anyway, Outback Takehouse, a famed grilled take for today. It's Tuesday at Outback. You know what that means? Well, tomorrow's Hump Day. That's our Hump Day specials. That's when we go into the Outback. We actually take down a couple of those feral camels, chop off the humps, stuff them full of like mince, bit of spices, I don't know, coriander and shit, chickpeas, bake it for like 2 days. It's fucking delicious. Only at Outback. Today's Flame Grill take is Caleb Williams MVP. Hear me out. Sorry.
Oh, fuck, this is going to be a long while. I'm strapping in.
So, Caleb Williams obviously is not the only reason the Bears are 7-3, but he's a very large part. If they can beat the Steelers at home this week, which is doable, the Steelers aren't that good. They might have a backup QB. If they they'll probably lose to the Eagles in Philly. That's fine. But the cool thing is he's got a Packers game in Green Bay. And I think Green Bay are wildly beatable this year. Like we've seen this time, it's like they lost to fucking Carolina at home. You win that game. You host the Browns. And suddenly, we're counting wins. You could be fucking 10-5 at this point. Oh, 10-4 at this point. You get another Packers game, Gaz. You win that Packers game at home. Caleb Williams could easily be suddenly a top 2 MVP candidate. And the way he is priced right now, I'm saying there's a chance. There's a chance. They finish up with at the Niners, who, again, I'm not wildly afraid of them. And then they host the Lions, which could be literally for the NFC North at this point, if they've gotten past the Packers twice in this scenario. The Caleb Williams MVP scenario. I'm just saying, like, I think this is a thing that could happen feasibly. It's not wildly feasible, but it is remotely feasible.
What's he paying?
It was like 266. So I had to go a fair whack down to find. I'm like, where is it? Because I'm looking at the schedule, looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think they're that good, but if they actually... like we see it year after year. There's always a team that just has like a horseshoe firmly shoved up their ass, right? They're just lucky as fuck. And like sometimes it's schedule, sometimes it's just like, fuck, how do we win that one? Don't know, but we did. And it feels like the Bears are very much that team. at this year. Like they've just done it time and time and time again. Just saying. Caleb Williams, MVP. Question mark. Nice. Little Aussie battlers. Good to see Jordan Mailata out there. A couple, another couple or two again.
Taking on Aiden Hutchinson. Fuck. They did a pretty good job. Yeah. It wasn't our shitty offense wasn't because Jalen Hurts didn't have a fucking million hours to throw and held onto the ball for every single fucking second of it.
Nice. Good stuff though. I think all the rest of the punters were fine. So.
Yeah.
Captain Fantasy took a bit of a hit in NFL Supercoach. We'll break that down on the NFL Supercoach show tomorrow on Jim Does Supercoach. Still ranked top 1% in the top 147 or something, I think I am. So that's all right. A little bit of a dip, though, from last week. But that was a lot of the Drake May. Not as good as I expected. And I thought J.J. McCarthy would have been fine for a bit of bench cover. He was not. It was a bit shit. Chase doing absolutely fucking sweet dick all hurt me and a lot of other coaches, of course. And Bijan, was fine. But it really could have used, an extra touchdown or something. Falcons, you're fucking killing me. Tet McMillan was fantastic as well. So I think I came up short as well in our fantasy league, the Legends League, purely because Brock Bowers was the target of basically everything from Geno. So I lose to, I think it was Todd, wasn't it? Todd Lee Polgace. I think that's our man, White Bronco in the Sky, I want to say. I feel like I should know this by now.
Probably.
Anyway.
You probably should.
Either way, but the way that it sort of worked out, I was sort of hard up against it because I think he had Trevion Henderson. So, it was always going to be a bit rough. How did you go, Gaz?
Yeah, I took out our mate Josh and the Bears, which is great. So, the Bears are going well, and I knocked him off in fantasy, so I'm just going to leave it there. My fantasy team has been dog shit all year, so I'll take the wins that I can get.
Nice one. It is wildly competitive in the Legends League. I think I'm the only one who's beaten Tavis all year. He's 10-1 now. But beyond that, there's 3 of us on 7-4, and then another couple on 6-5, and then a couple more 5 and 6s. So all the way down through the 8, it's still obviously all up for grabs. There's only 2 games separating with 3-4 weeks left. So very, very competitive, very, very fun. The sort of big standouts obviously this week was Josh Allen. If you had Josh Allen, if you're going against him, mate, cooked.
Done.
And then obviously, Trevion Henderson's 3 touchdowns, going against him was pretty brutal. I don't know. It was just all a bit of a rough one. Anyway, cool. Was that it? We'll do the Week 12 picks on Thursday's little snippet, which is also a video up on Spotify as well, if you've checked that out. So you can also watch this obviously on YouTube as a video. That's how that works. But this one also goes up on Spotify as a proper video. So check that out. NBA Straya's little snippets shows do as well. BT dubs, which is kind of... Anyway, I think that's it. Holy crap, Week 11. It was awesome. What a fun week of football.
That was nuts. I
really wish the Detroit-Philly game had been a little bit better. And Dallas Raiders could have been more of a shootout. Brock Bowers, as I said, I fell short in that fantasy matchup purely because Bowers never got in for a touchdown. And there's a couple of moments oh shit, they're threatening. And they didn't make it to the red zone until the 3rd fucking quarter. It's just so fucking bad. I hate the Raiders. Anyway, that's it. Episode 143 of NFL Straya. So, look, we'll be back next week to wrap up a pretty awesome Week 12. We will preview Week 12 on Thursday. It goes up Thursday morning. Check that out. In the meantime, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, IG, YouTube, and TikTok. You can see all the other little videos we do throw up over the week. What have we got? Power rankings. Who's going to lose every game? Those are smashing. I did horribly this week, I think.
And didn't a couple of people let you know about it?
Thanks. Appreciate it. The feedback. I love it.
Yep.
I did actually, I think I beat you in our head-to-heads picks this week.
Hey.
Good. So I think I'm only 1 behind now. Maybe 2. I think it's 1. So that's good.
Wow. Okay.
Not bad. Anyway, fang us a rating and review on your Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube Music, whatever you use for your podcast listening. Come on, rate, review, star. You know what to do. It's 2025. Big thanks always go to House Hats for the intro and outro song. They rock. Get around Jim Does Supercoach for all the NBA and NFL Supercoach stuff. NBA Straya doing stuff daily. Go check that out too if you like your hoops. Gaz, what do you want to plug?
Nothing exciting. Get around cheesesteak tipping. That's happening this week. It's happening every week. Jim might go down to the Catfish on Friday. Might have a cheesesteak.
Go see the Bills. What was it? Bills Houston, I think that game is. So
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
I don't think I won this week, but oh well. I've still got 2 free cheesesteaks, so I'll just wander in and go, Gino, hook a brother up. Bang.
See you later.
Bad.
Yeah.
So that's good. Cheesesteaktipping.com. Banging your tips. Win a cheesesteak. It's very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice one.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll catch you on Thursday morning for the Week 12 preview bit. So until then, we'll catch you in a bit, you dickheads.
See yous.
Later, Hosen.